Steak and eggs on the grill. Can you do it? Yes, you can. Hello, everybody. For those that know me personally, you know that I'd grill a lot. I'm on the grill all day, every day. Not every day, but close enough. I'm on the grill enough. So, breakfast time. I got off work early today. I'm craving some steak and eggs. So, we're going to do it on the grill because, that's what we do. So to show you how I set up my grill, this is actually a smoker. It's a Oklahoma Joe Bronco drum smoker. It's really good. I made a lot of delicious stuff on here. But you can also set this smoker up for grilling. So I got the charcoal kind of high instead of low. I got the grate on there, and I got a cast iron skillet that I put on there. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so this is pretty much how I set it up. I got some wood chips on the side. I'll show how I kind of cheat a little bit with that. And yeah, I got the coals hot. The grill feels pretty hot. It kind of hurts my hand when I do like that. So yeah, we're gonna go inside. We'll do some prep work. I'll show you how I prep things. And yeah. Alrighty. So what we got here? Bear with me. I don't have a cameraman, so I'm gonna have to cut some of this down. Alrighty. So these are just a little bit of onion and bell pepper I had chopped up. I'm just gonna throw that on there. Actually, I'll do that now. So yeah, the first thing I'll do is I'll get like some veggies, onions, bell pepper, whatever you want to do. Leeks are nice. They have like a little bit of onion flavor. Just whatever you want to put, whatever you want to eat for your breakfast. And onion bell pepper goes good with everything. I treated it with a little bit of olive oil, and I just threw it right on there on the cast iron skillet right there. So yeah, that'll do that, and I'll actually close this for a while. Yeah, I'll close that while I prep everything. And that's to get the veggies kind of warmed up. I don't need my veggies to be seared. Sometimes I like them seared. Sometimes I just want them like nicely roasted with a little bit of that flavor to it from the grill, because the grill does add a lot of flavor. So let's get down to the business. All right, so this is a steak. I love ribeye. Ribeye is what I do. New York strips is cool. Other steaks is good, but my favorite is the ribeye. So actually, what we'll do is usually the first thing I do is I coat it with something. So sometimes I'll get like a little bit of olive oil. I'll sprinkle it just on the top just a little bit, kind of rub that in, and then do the same thing for both sides. And then over here I have already grinded it up using this peppercorn meal right here. Inside here I have black garlic, black pepper, and I think a little bit of salt. I try not to add too much salt to my foods. A lot of times in my cooking channels, you will see that I will make a meal and absolutely use no salt. But yeah, so I got my steak here. I already grinded some of this up, and then I just kind of just coat it on there, kind of rub it in. I usually just keep my steaks simple, just salt and pepper. One thing I did do is I did let it rest. You got to let the steak sit out for a little while. Don't just buy it cold and throw it on the grill, because you don't want it to be hot and then kind of cold in the middle. Because a steak, you shouldn't be cooking a steak that long. I don't want to get into the debate of the medium well versus the well done versus the rare folks, but I like my steak medium. I like it rare to medium-ish. As long as it has a nice, good pink center, then I'm happy with that. So that looks good. I'll add more to that maybe. All right, let me just wash my hands real quick. But yeah, steak and eggs is good. A couple months ago, when I was on my keto diet, the steak and eggs breakfast, it was a good, nice, hearty breakfast, and didn't add too much carbs. Eggs is keto, right? I think eggs is keto. I don't know. Hopefully it was. Somebody lied to me. All right, so the next thing, let me put this to the side. I got my eggs. I just got 2 eggs. That's enough for me. That's probably more than enough for me with this big steak I got here. But yeah, so I usually just crack them into a little cup. Some people will crack it into another shell or to another cup to make sure the shell doesn't drop in there. I take the chance. I risk it. You know, I haven't had too many eggshells fall in there. I have had it happen before. I just kind of deal with it. Sometimes I'll just eat it anyway or pick it out. And then I'll add a little milk, or I don't have milk, so I got almond milk. So I'll just add like just a little bit of milk to that. And then I'll hit it with a little bit of and I use this kind of seasoning that I make all the time. Just a little bit of salt, mostly black pepper. Sometimes there's mixed peppercorns in there. And then there's sometimes the black garlic. Just a little bit of that in there. And then I'll just stir it on up. And that's good enough for me. As long as it's kind of blended, we stir it, we scramble it up a little more. I like it scrambled. Sometimes I made it sunny side up before, but it's pretty much just about what you want to do. So now we will go outside and check on the veggies. And also we will bring my other cast iron skillet out there. So I got 2 cast iron skillets out there. One's over there for the veggies, and this is a small one that I use for the eggs. Because you know you can't put the eggs on the on the grill grates. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll maybe do that with some foil or something. All right, so actually let me set this down here. All righty. All right, I'm gonna put that there. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay. Ooh, it's bright out here. All right, so I got my cast iron skillet for the eggs. I got my veggies for the got a nice little sear going on, which is great. So I'll just kind of leave that there. And I'll leave this here because I want this to start getting hot. So that way when I get ready to do my eggs, you know, it fries really fast. So we're pretty much ready. We can put the steak over there, whatever we want. Some people like to let their steak sit on there with the seasonings, just sit in the room temperature with the seasonings for a while. I do that sometimes, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it going. So the way that I kind of cheat a little bit, because if I leave it open, it'll flare up, and then I get that nice sear. But I don't know. It kind of taking me a little while to get this high-rise fire going. So sometimes I'll just take like a few wood chips and just throw that in there, and they usually catch fire right away, or very careful, or yeah, they'll catch fire. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But as long as I get a good sear on the steak, that's good. If I don't get the good sear, it happens sometimes. And yeah, as you can see, almost instantly, I don't know if you can catch it, but it's a lot of smoke. But I do see like it is actually catching fire the way I would like it to. So I just throw those in there between the grates. And these are dry wood chips. If you wet them, then wetting is good for long smoking sessions. But the dry wood chips will like kind of kick that fire up because I want a nice beautiful sear. But bear with me, this is my first YouTube video. So all right, so I got my steak, got my eggs, and we will be heading outside. Also, I got one of these. It's kind of used and worn, but it's a pot handler thing, so you can move the your cast irons off on the grill here and there. You don't want to touch it with your hands. I've done it before. I'm sure we all have done it. You touch something that's hot, burns your hand, you feel like an idiot, but it is what it is. Alrighty. Alrighty, I need to get a table out here. Actually, let me use this. So, you know what, I'll keep it all here. Alright, so there we go. So now we see the actual fire coming through, which is great because that'll give me a nice good sear that I want. And it looks better, it tastes better. You get that nice char on the steak. So let me set this here and put that there. All right, so I got my veggies going. Veggies are getting nicely roasted, which I like. They got a little, little char on there, which is good. I don't need that many veggies. My egg skillet, it's gonna be right there. That's gonna be good enough. So I'm just gonna move everything around. And now my hot side, where I'm putting all my chips on there, that's where I'm gonna put it because that's where I'm gonna put my steak. Because remember, I want that steak to have that sear. It might sear. I don't know. I'll probably mess it up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And so this is my steak here, and we're just gonna take that and throw it right on the grill. I don't hear a sear yet or a sizzle. I don't want to set it on there yet. You know, F it. We'll do it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna keep the grill open, so I want as much oxygen to get to the coals as possible. And then I want it to. I see the fire actually searing it up. But next time I do this, I'll probably use like my actual grill because I can get the coals close and it really sears it best. But and I see it picking up now. Like as the fat and the oil's dripping onto the grill, it ignites it and brings it up a little bit better. So I'll leave that exactly like this, and we'll go back inside. And yeah, now this is good. This is a good breakfast to grill when it's like on a hot, warm summer day. As you can see, it's not hot, it's not warm, it's not summer, it's cold outside. But nevertheless, you know, it's not that bad to do. I grill all year round. You know, I love the taste of the charcoal and then the time and the preparation it takes. It's cool. It makes for a good grilling experience. Let me see. What else do I need? I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Got the steak, got the eggs out there, got the egg pan, got the veggies, got the steak, most important part. Oh, the cutting board. I'll bring that out. Well, yeah, I'll bring this out later. Well, I'll bring it out now. Napkins are always good to have. Oh, that's what I came here for. My grinder. All right. Alrighty, so let me set this down over here. Alright, so the steak is doing what it's supposed to do. I can kind of look at the bottom and I see like that sear building up, which is exactly what I want. Man, it's bright. I can't even see it. Alright, but this is what I like to see. It's searing from the bottom. Looks good. My veggies are doing pretty good. So yeah, everything's going good. This is heating up because you know eggs don't take that long at all. And then sometimes when I'm out here, I'll take my peppercorn grinder and I'll hit the veggies a little bit. Sometimes I'll hit the steak again. Sometimes I'll hit the egg again. But I just use it just cause it looks cool, you know. That is what we do not want to do. All right, that's a blooper, but whatever. Bloopers happen, I guess. How do I keep this up there? All right, it's just windy. That's all it is. You know what? So while the steak's searing, actually, you know what? I should flip it now. Where are my tongs? Where are my tongs? That's okay. Yep. Don't forget your tongs. That's important. I probably could have just flipped it with my hand. I've done that before. Just grab it and flip it with my hand. I try not to do this for video instructions because I have been, like, I have burnt my hand a few times just touching stuff off the grill, just off instinct. And it's not fun at all. Not fun at all. And so here we got the steak. As you see, it's like really, you see the flames coming up. This is what I love. I'm going to take a quick peek at it. It's got a decent sear, so I'll flip it. There we go. All right, yeah, that looks good to me. I'm satisfied with that. I'm very happy with that. Not happy that my camera won't cooperate with me. Let me put this cutting board over here. So yeah, actually I could just hold it and do a one-handed tutorial from now. So yeah, that's it. That's we got the steak flipped. Some people have a rule, you only flip the steak once. I personally, I'll flip it as many times, you know, damn well please. It's my steak, my grill. I flip it however many times I want to. But, you know, it is what it is. I do hear that manipulating too much does stir it up, I guess. I've cooked it and only flipped the steak once. It came out delicious. I've made steaks before and I flipped it 100 times, just flipping it back and forth. That also came out delicious. So I really don't have a method to the madness. Just do whatever you like, and it'll come out good. So now, as we can see, we got the steak. It's searing on the other side now. We have the veggies. They're getting nice and roasted. Those are like perfect now. They could go for a little bit more, but that's cool. And then I got this going. Yep. Now sometimes what I'll do, I usually put butter on the bottom of my skillet for the eggs, or sometimes I'll just like rip a piece of the steak off on the end and I'll sear that around and make like a fat base just for the bottom. So I'll do that. That way the eggs have a little bit of that steak flavor as well. So, and that'll all fit. That'll all go together greatly. And now for me, I like my steaks medium to rare, so the internal temperature should be about like 140 or 130 or whatever you want to pull it at. I usually just cook it and then I just kind of poke it around. If it feels kind of soft, it should or still be pink inside. I kind of just know it by now, but you know, it just depends. You could take a thermometer and temp it, but I usually don't. I'm too lazy to go find the thermometer. It's somewhere away in the in the messy cabinets. So yeah, now we got this going on. I'll flip it a couple times. And it's a thinner steak. Well, it's not too thin, but it's not a thick of a steak, so I don't want to leave it on here and get too much of a sear because I don't want it to cook all the way through too much. So, yep, there we go. Yeah, and it's just me playing around with it, just moving it around and stuff, having fun. Sometimes I'll let it sear on one side. Sometimes I'll let it sear on the other side. You know, I'll let it, I'll just do what I do on the grill. All right, I'm gonna try to set this camera back up. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me again, because we do not want that. Let me get another metal piece. All right, maybe that'll work. Okay. Now, sometimes in the winter when it's like really cold, I will just throw the steak on here and I'll go in the house and just watch it from the window. Then I'll come out here, flip it once, go back in the house, and then that's it, you know. But it's not that cold out. I don't know what the temperature is. So it's manageable, but yeah. So sometimes I'll get a little bit of... And then I'll put a little bit in the pan. Then now I'll rip like a little piece of fat off, and then I'll like rub that around in the pan a little bit. Or actually sometimes it's easier to just grab the steak and just plop it in that pan for a little bit. I kind of just made that up, but that adds a little bit of oil, a little bit of fat to the base, so that way your eggs get the flavor. So this looks good. This looks good. It looks seared on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here on top of my veggies. Actually, let me spread the veggies out a little bit, and I'll put the steak on top of the veggies. And I'll put a little bit over on the cooler side because I don't want it to cook that much more. But as the steak's pressing down the veggies are gonna get more of a sear now, and the steak's gonna kind of rest. You're supposed to, you want to let your steak rest, that way the juices redistribute, but I'm impatient, so I'm going to eat it as soon as it's ready, or as soon as my eggs are ready. And now I got my eggs. Give it one last little whip. There we go. Beautiful. And yeah, just as simple as that. Now, sometimes the eggs will fall or spill over. That happens. No big deal. It is what it is, you know. Alrighty. And yeah, see, the eggs pretty much take no time. Like, they're pretty much almost done now. Sometimes I'll top it with a little bit of that. And yeah, so once my eggs get about done, I'll move everything over to like a cooler side. I'll shut my vents, and then I just kind of let it sit and sit for a little bit. So actually, all right, and I try to do a little bit of cleaning as I go, but it gets kind of hard. You know, I forget, but so I got this. All right, so everything's just sitting on the grill, kind of just chilling out. I am hungry now, so I am going to probably eat it as soon as I take it off. I will grab me a plate. Got my cutting board out there, got my plate. And yeah, we will go grab this food right now. All righty. So, like I said before, you definitely want to get your pot handler or your oven mitts or whatever. And I'll just take everything, put it on that. Got my nice scrambled eggs here. Put that there. I got my fork with this. And then one thing I do love about this grill, see we got a piece of egg there. Well, we'll just throw that in there. What I like about this grill is once I shed everything, it's really good about keeping the heat and not letting airflow in. So it'll, you know, although a lot of those coals will be there for tomorrow when I cook the next thing I want to do. So let's head back inside because we're gonna do some eating. By we, I mean me. I'll do some eating. But yeah, hopefully one day y'all that watch this, y'all can do some of this eating too. Oh, it smells good. And you hear it, you might not be able to hear it, but it's still sizzling as I'm bringing it in. So I'm gonna move this over here, move that over there. Bring this here for now. Alrighty, now the moment of truth. Where's my knife? So I got my veggies here. Those are delicious. They look delicious. They smell delicious too. And actually, I actually got this this skillet and this I got from Myers. You can also buy it off Amazon. But yeah, I like to sometimes eat out of this because it's very convenient. So I'll literally just put this on top of that. That way I can take it with me. So I got my veggies here. Then my eggs. I'll just kind of rip them up and just throw them in there any kind of way. Got my veggie, and I'll put the veggies on top sometimes. We'll do that. That looks good, right? Yeah. All right. Now for my steak, we will cut it. Now, this happened to me before. Sometimes I'll make a steak and I got to take it back out there because it's a little bit too pink for me, or sometimes I'll mess around and overcook it. But we'll see. I'll start at the end. Yeah, see over here, it's a little bit more medium well-ish. Hopefully in the center, I get my pink going on. I probably should have let it rest for a little bit But yeah, looks good, tastes good. I'm gonna go ahead and steal a bite real quick. Yeah, that's good. See, there we go. It's a little bit closer to medium well, but oh, okay, that's still good. Got the oh, there we go. Okay. And then usually I'll just take a couple pieces. I'll just throw it in there like this. Don't matter. And then I will hit it with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. So I'll hit the steak with that just a little bit to top it off. And that's it. And I'm gonna eat. You guys, thank you for watching. And until next time.